As I am. Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, we're going to get started. My name's Travis Martin. In case you're new here, I've lost more than 100 pounds and come off all prescription medications. Program's changed my life and has changed tens of thousands of other lives too. And now it's going to change your life. So how are y'all doing working towards your fast track badge this week? Or is this just a review for everybody? Hey, Kim Danke. Hey, Teresa Diggs. Sorry I didn't get to return your call today. I've been constant. I'm so sorry. I'll get caught up this week. Any questions? Any comments? Deborah here to learn all that she can. It is Wednesday. Let's take a look at our fast track and talk about what we're trying to accomplish here. Program is laid out perfectly for you. Kim Danke and Sasha did a great job of laying it out. And when we get started, we just click get started. We're going to put in, again, don't put in fake information like I am. Put in your phone number and we can then remind you of class before class. If you don't put in your phone number, I won't be able to remind you of class. So we all start right here. We're in our journal, and this is where we're going to put our foods down, what we consume, what we thought about what we consumed. Make sure that you journal on a holiday. It's just as important, more important to journal on a holiday than it is even a perfect day. Want you to journal. If you bite it, you write it, you hog it, you log it, you nibble it, you scribble it, you drink it, you ink it, all that stuff. Okay, you got to do all that. Enter your foods, enter your every piece of information you can. I put the categories when I know them. If you don't know them, just put how you felt about that meal after you ate it. If you've got an image, you can add the image so that you can see that, or if I need to look at your journal, I can see the scale, the portion size, the time that you ate is important. So we mark that. We always click save. We'll make sure we save our journal entries. We learn about the two different types of days. There's the perfect day and there's the holiday. Okay, so this is your journal. Anytime you want to go to the next video, you just click watch. But where we want you to start is right here in the dashboard. You've got 2 laps. These laps help you learn navigation of the website, where to find your resources, where to find your tools, and you want to mark each one of those off in the 2 laps. Doesn't take very long to do, but it's a lot of information that you need in order to live your new lifestyle the right way, okay? Then you've got all this free stuff here, your digital books, your weekly timing chart, back to your journal. You got all kind of cool stuff, but the main thing is the main thing, and that is your fast track videos and your food library. This is just a beginner food library with beginner foods. Once you earn your fast track badge, you open up a wealth of variety, okay? Then you have your fast track videos. Your fast track videos are the amazing Kim Danke, who was here. She may still be here. And you just go through these videos. She kept them short and concise so that you can learn topically, you can absorb the information, because it's critical that you learn the proper definitions of the components of the bulletproof shield. You must learn those definitions the right way. And if you will live them on the honor system, and they're easy to live, this program is going to knock your socks off. Now, tomorrow we will take our test and we'll earn that fast track badge together. But you got to go through these videos. That's where you're going to find all the answers to those questions. And we're installing the fast track system. Then you can keep going through fast track, keep coming for support, accountability, get your questions answered, or you can move on to the Shibboleth Journey. So there you go. All right. So any questions about how to proceed with fast track? Any questions? You got anything for me tonight? Can chicken broth be used as a freebie? I thought somewhere that I seen that. So fat-free chicken broth? Yes. Yes, if it's fat-free chicken broth, you can use that as a freebie. No problem. I think I ruined my perfect day by having a recipe you posted on Facebook. When do you start using the recipes? If I posted it and you followed the recipe, it's Shibboleth approved. You just want to make sure that you portion control it. So any recipe that Shibboleth approved, as long as you portion control it, you're in order. So 6 to 8 inch portion, 6 to 8 inch plate, or take your thumbs, interlock them, fingers together, your two hands directly over the meal, the food not sticking out around the edges, then you're just right. Okay. You don't want seconds. If you need seconds, wait 4 to 6 hours or the next day, but then otherwise you're good. Question about snacks. It says snacks can be used at any time, but I'm wondering if they are too close to a meal, does that affect your timing? No, snacks are not relative to your timing. So you can have up to 3 eating episodes a day. Okay. Up to 3 eating episodes per day. And that could be 3 approved meals. It could be 2 approved snacks in a meal. It could be 3 approved snacks, but it's an eating episode. Okay. If it has calories, it's an eating episode. So if you have a moment of mental weakness and you need a 4th eating episode, it can't be a 4th meal. It needs to be an approved snack. So we don't worry about timing. So if you're having a meal and right after the meal, you want your approved snack, you can do that. You're just adding calories basically, but still controlling insulin. If you want to lose body fat and lose it efficiently, you need to keep your eating episodes at 3 or less. Going over that is not good. You're going to slow down. You're going to get frustrated. It doesn't mean it's a holiday. Sometimes you're going to have to do it because you're bored or anxious or stressed. You don't want to eat something bad and spike your blood sugar and then need 2 days to get back into EFB. So think of it like that. 3 eating episodes is enough. It really is. If you eat too much, do you have to call it a holiday? Yes, absolutely. That's a holiday. If you go over your portions, it's a holiday, even if it's approved. Yeah, if you eat too much of an approved food, it's a holiday. So you've got your components. You've got water. You got to drink your water. If you don't drink your water, it's a holiday. Half a gallon minimum. If you don't journal, you should count that a holiday. If your food wasn't in the right combinations or an approved recipe or an approved meal replacement, that's a holiday. If in your portions you go over your portions, that's a holiday. No. So the snack, so you can have up to 3 eating episodes a day. So you could have 3 meals a day and no snack. You could have two meals and an approved snack. You could have 1 meal and 2 approved snacks. But if you need a 4th eating episode for the day, it must be an approved snack because it would be too many calories otherwise. But we want you, for efficient and fast fat loss, to have 3 or less eating episodes. Anybody else? Live one day at a time. Don't let it make you nervous. Just one day at a time. After 2 perfect days, you're efficiently burning fat. Just one day at a time. No, Barb, 3 meals and a snack is not a holiday. Okay, so 3 meals and an approved snack is 4 eating episodes. So you're still having a perfect day, but you should know for expectations, you're not going to lose weight as fast. Make sense? 3 meal, we want 3 eating episodes or less. We call them episodes. What is an episode? A meal, a snack, or a freebie. So anytime we eat, we're chewing on food and it has some calories. That's an eating episode. We're also trying to stop grazing. We want to start eliminating grazing. That's a big part of our problem is we graze all day. We feel like we got to be always eating on something. We want you to have an episode. 3 eating episodes or less is ideal for efficient fat loss. When you add that 4th one, for most people, that becomes more, it's a perfect day if it's approved, but it's more like maintenance. You're maintaining. So it's acceptable, but for quicker results, it really shouldn't be done every day. Exactly. Anybody else? Any other questions for tonight? Everybody know what to do. You know how to get through fast track. Okay. What is mushroom coffee and how do you count it? It's a freebie. So there's a coffee blend that I buy called 4 Sigmatic. It's a mushroom coffee. It's a mushroom base, 4 Sigmatic, and you drink it like you would a cup of coffee, a freebie. Just don't add any unapproved creamer or unapproved sweetener to it. Can a snack be spaced throughout the day like a handful of nuts, or should freebies be used instead? Can a snack be spaced throughout the day like a handful of nuts? Yeah. If you want 1 handful of nuts, but not at one time, and you want to just put it in a Ziploc and just have a few nuts here and there because you need to graze, we don't want you to do that because we're trying to break the habit of being enslaved to food. But you can do it and you can still call it a perfect day. Remember, this is more than just a nutrition program. It's a behavior modification program. Anybody else? We do not. We do not have the mushroom coffee in the store, but you can find it on Amazon. It's called 4 Sigmatic. How many calories should you eat a day? We are not a calorie counting program. Make sure you go through Kim's videos. You can count calories, but we don't recommend it because if you follow the Shibboleth Shield, do you know the Shibboleth Shield? If you know the Shibboleth Shield, then you won't have to worry about calories. If you're using approved foods and you're following the portion component, then you won't go over your daily calories. But now if you're a calorie counter and that's just important to you, then you want to take your ideal weight times 8. Your ideal weight times 8. So whatever weight you want to be, that times 8 is the number that you should stay below. Does that make sense? I have not heard of that mushroom coffee. I have not. Is a water fast nothing but water or fasting with no water? It's typically they're meaning fasting with only water, a water fast. You're drinking water only. It's not very good if you're not under a doctor's supervision to do that, especially not good to for a long period of time, especially not good for you to not have water either. That's dangerous. I know that pushing that out there on TikTok and YouTube, that's dangerous. Everybody understand how to get their calories? If you're going to count calories, which I don't advise, that's not a lifestyle. But if you want to make that a lifestyle, when you're trying to lose weight, you take your ideal weight times 8. So if I wanted to be 200 pounds, I would need to stay below 1,600 calories. If I wanted to be 150, I need to stay below 1,200 calories. It's called four sigmatic. F-O-U-R sigmatic. F-O-U-R sigmatic. Yes, Barb, once you feel that you've mastered Fast Track, then you want to start going through Journey. But please go through Fast Track again. A lot of these questions are good, but they're things that we should know before we move on to Journey. Won't hurt us to spend some time, some weeks in Fast Track, learning to master it. Thanks, Kim. Any other questions? Everybody satisfied? Good job. Mighty muffin for breakfast, grilled chicken and broccoli, and tomato slice for lunch, and a protein drink for dinner. That's a perfect day. You keep duplicating that pattern of action, and you're going to be very successful. That is enough. Yes, it may not be what you're used to, but that's a lot of food, and you did good. That's a perfect day. Had enough protein to preserve muscle. Beautiful day. It's a great, efficient fat burning day. Any other questions? Can you tell me if I did a line day right? I had chicken and bacon. If that's all you had, you did it right. As long as you portion controlled, you did it right. No, Melanie, those portion control bowls, that's actually a 1.5 cup bowl. I got that off of Amazon, but any 1.5 to 2 cup bowl would be fine. Can we explain perfect pairings? Well, perfect pairings are when we're using two foods that we pull two different foods out of the categories, and we pair them together in a way we wouldn't normally do with Shibboleth, but based upon their nutritional profile, they work. Like chicken breast and lima beans. You're not supposed to put a 1 and a 3 together, but because of their nutrition profile, they just work. What is the amount of protein we should have? We don't have to count that, because if you follow the Shibboleth Shield, you'll be getting adequate protein. But if you just want to know, then you take your lean body weight, and during the weight loss phase, you need to get a 0.5 gram of protein per pound of lean body weight, up to 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body weight. So if your lean body weight, take all the fat off the body, and let's say you were 100 pounds of organs, lean tissue, tendons, ligaments, there's all the fat's gone. Let's say you were 100 pounds. Then you would need 50 to 100 grams of protein a day. If you just follow the shield, it's hard for our new students to grasp this because you want to count. But if you just follow the Shibboleth Shield and put approved foods on that plate, following your portion control component, you're always going to be where you need to be with your protein. We've simplified all that. Can you have a smoothie for a meal replacement? Probably not, Margaret. We would have to see your smoothie recipe. Smoothies are typically loaded in sugar. They are sugar bombs. They are fat bus bombs. That's what they are, fat bus bombs. So we need to see the recipe. It's not that you can't make your own smoothie and make it work, but most of the time smoothies work against you because they're full of sugar. How do you use cheese? Okay, so there's category 1 cheese and there's category 4 cheese. Make sure you go through Fast Track so that you understand that. Category 1 should be used like a category 1. So you can have a category 1 and 2. So for example, if I'm having category 1 cheese, fat-free cheese with category 2 bread, I can make myself a grilled cheese sandwich that's approved. If I want to use category 4 cheese like Sargento reduced fat, I could use it with a category 2 bread and I would be fine. You can also use cheese as a condiment. Can you have too much MCT oil? You can. Yeah, it still has calories. People do use it in their coffee. I do not. If you're trying to lose weight, that works against you to put it in your coffee. But it is great to cook with. The way we use MCT oil here on Planet Shibboleth is practically, and we use it with our cooking. So if a recipe calls for a fat or an oil, we use MCT oil and cook on medium heat, and then you'll have very little propensity to store that fat as a fat because that is a medium chain triglyceride. People do put it in their coffee on Planet Shibboleth. They've been told that it helps speed up fat burning. In fact, it does not. So I don't recommend putting it in coffee unless you are at your lean weight and you're trying to work out and you need the extra calories. Yeah, smoothies freak me out too, Kim. They're dangerous. Any other questions? So MCT is okay to cook egg whites in? Yes. You can use PAM. You can use MCT oil. Make sure you use a proper MCT oil. The only two I recommend are Ours and Now. Now Nutrition MCT and Ours, the Awesome MCT. Anybody else? Any other questions or comments before we go? Did y'all learn anything tonight? All right, everybody. All right. I love you in the Lord. Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. All right. God bless y'all and good evening.